Hi Reddit, I 29M am really struggling with this and need outside opinions. My now ex-fiance Rachel, 27F, and I were together for almost 4 years. We got engaged last year and we were supposed to get married this summer. Everything seemed perfect, or at least that's what I thought. About 2 months ago, while we were finalizing some paperwork for the wedding and looking into future joint finances, like buying a house, Rachel started getting really weird and evasive whenever money came up. She'd either change the subject or give me vague answers. At first, I brushed it off because I didn't want to seem controlling. I figured maybe she just didn't like talking about finances. But when we started looking into getting pre-approved for a mortgage, her credit check came back. That's when I found out she was over 150 zero in debt, not including the mortgage we were applying for. That was just her personal debt. A lot of it was credit cards, store cards, a few personal loans, and what looked like an unpaid car loan that had been sent to collections. Only about 30K of it was student loans. The rest was just shopping, lifestyle, vacations, luxury items. I was completely blindsided. She always presented herself as someone who was financially responsible. She lived in a nice apartment, drove a decent car, always dressed nicely, but I figured she just budgeted well. Turns out, her whole lifestyle was financed through debt. When I confronted her about it, she started crying and said she was too embarrassed to tell me because she didn't want to scare me away. She promised she was working on it, even though from the credit report, it didn't look like much progress had been made. She said, "We're going to be married, so it's our debt now. We'll tackle it together." And that honestly scared the crap out of me. I have worked really hard to build a stable financial foundation. I have almost no debt outside of my reasonable student loans, a good emergency fund, and a solid credit score. Taking on 150 kayaon of consumer debt that I had no part in creating felt like walking into a financial death trap. After a lot of thinking, I decided to cancel the wedding. I just couldn't trust someone who hid something so massive from me, and I didn't want to tie my financial future to someone who had been so reckless and dishonest. When I told her, she freaked out, called me heartless, selfish, a gold digger, which I still don't understand, and accused me of abandoning her when she needed me most. Her family also started blowing up my phone, saying I was shallow for canceling over just money and that love is more important than finances. My own family is split. My parents think I made the right choice, but my sister said I should have gone through with the wedding and worked through it because everyone has some kind of debt. Now I'm sitting here wondering if I am the asshole for leaving someone I loved over money. I feel awful because I did love her. But at the same time, it feels like she wasn't honest with me, and I'd basically be signing up for a lifetime of financial struggles if I stayed. So Reddit, Aita,